Go. Sorry for the shaking. What is up? What is up? This is alertwolf here. Gonna bring you another review. This one is of Hunter x Hunter, episode 61. This is called Imitation and Friend. Now, before I get into the review, this review is a few days late. I normally like to put this review either Sunday night or Monday morning, or Monday, Sunday or Monday. I'd like to do this review. Just my schedule was a little hectic this week. I worked late on Sunday. I worked all day Sunday, which is why this review doesn't get put out Sunday. And then Monday, I ended up working late, so I couldn't do it on Monday. And then Tuesday, which was when I was supposed to do these reviews, a buddy of mine stopped by, woke me up, and kidnapped me for the day. And actually, I ended up putting out two other videos, actually shooting two other videos for a different YouTube channel. That YouTube channel, I'm not supposed to tell you guys about. It's a little different. It's up now. There's no content on it, but there will be 3 videos up because they've already been shot later in the week. And this is with another buddy of mine, the same guy I do the face show with. And this is going to be called, just to give you some information, the Original Review Show. It's a completely new thing. It's funny. Basically, we review different things. So far, we've reviewed 3 wines. We drink the bottles of the wines, and then we do the review. We're also going to get into beer, maybe liquor. I'm not sure, or mixed drinks, and there'll be movie reviews and other content. But that's more of a comedy, and that's collab work. So check that out in a few days, later this week, I would say, and it's going to be funny. And it will be up on my channel, the little clip to the inbox for it. So check it out, the Original Review Show. But enough with the diversion. Let's get into Hunter x Hunter episode 61. So, alright, this episode starts out, Gon is waiting for Killua to get into the Green Island game. He waits for him for a while. He realizes he's being watched. They all do. It's easy to snipe on the newbies, you know what I mean? Or returning players. Maybe they're a returning player, so you want to jump them when they get in. That's the idea. And Killua gets in. He immediately also notices that they're being watched. And then they start leaving and walking and talking about the game. Killua asks Gon, so what happened? Did you have any save items? Did you get anything cool? He said no save items, but there was a message from my father, basically telling me to enjoy the game. So it was like, oh, alright. And that's, as they're walking to town, that's when they get jumped. The guy that jumps them whips out his book, scans them, and he's going to use a steel card on them. And they're like, how do you know our names? How did blah, blah, blah. And this is going to be good because, you want to see the interaction, the progression of just between the different factions of the game, and they get a lesson early on. So the thief figures out that these kids have nothing on them, but he uses a tracker or a tracer spell on Killua, and the reason for this is obvious. At the moment, they seem to possess nothing, but if they ever get something good, you want the ability to go get them. To spy on them and jump, steal their crap if you need to. So, what happens is, and by the way, when the spell, Killua tries to outrun the spell, it hits him anyway. Killua goes all dark side for a moment and scares the living shit out of this robber dude. And he's like, oh my god, this kid is dangerous. Killua was gonna kill him. He may not killed him, he may have maimed him a little. Killua is trying not to kill anymore, even though it's in his name. So he's like, I gotta get out of here, and he uses another card to teleport away. And then They proceed into town. Uh, you know, they're hungry. They end up going into this restaurant. They eat an all. They take a food challenge to eat all this pasta, and if you eat it in a certain time limit, you get a card, and you don't have to pay for the food. So, of course, Killua can go and destroy this meal. And they realize it's a game character, an avatar that they have. And they, excuse me, they get some useful information out of him on how the cards work. The counters on the card, and all this is very important. So they understand how to use this. It's funny. The cards are very similar to Magic cards in the way they're laid out. So I dig that. Being somebody who sometimes plays Magic, and they realize that these two cards are kind of useless. They go outside and see one of the dudes that entered the game with them has been murdered. I guess the guy who killed him is known as the Bomber. They get information from a guy, and he's like, listen, you know, if you want, I can tell you what spell was used on you, and I can give you information. Come meet me and my friends. There's a proposal we want to give you, and then so hence the invitation part of the episode. So eventually, due to some reluctance from Killua, because Killua doesn't trust them, they end up going. They go and they hear out the spiel, and basically saying these guys think this game is terrible, it's do or die, and they want to get a coalition of people together that they're working with, and they feel with the coalition they're going to beat the game in about 3 months. They'll get enough cards to beat the game. And the people that are listening is a lot of the people that came in, including the chick who seems like she's going to be more important later, because, you know, she looks like she's around the same age as Gon and Killua. And again, guys, just to remind you, I do not read the manga, or I haven't read the manga. Not that I don't read the manga, I haven't read the manga. So I have no idea what's going to happen. So if I say things like what sounds like foreshadowing to me, or a prediction on who's going to be important, and you guys are out there in the comment section, and you know because you obviously read the arc before, you don't have to tell me. I don't want to know. I'd rather be surprised. But just understand that, again, I don't... you're getting a purely anime perspective from me, not somebody who reads the manga. So there's where my knowledge may lack. But that's okay. I'd rather be surprised. So then, basically, they explain the 3 ways you could take somebody's cards, and that's 1, or get cards, you earn them yourself, 2, you could win them, or 3, you can steal them. And the stealing is done in a way, is done in a way that it was, the idea was to deter people from killing each other, because if they die, their cards are useless. But there's some people out there that just like killing players, you know. Now, they also say that if you join, we split the reward with just the 50 billion, because they all work for the same dude, equally. And one of the characters goes, well, what if I, what if I capture a super rare card? And he goes, well, you'll get, if you capture one of the SS, which are the hot, super rare cards, right? You'll get $500 million bonus. And he's like, well, there you go, I'm in. And upon hearing this, they all the questions seems to be like they answered it. They asked them who's in, and when they asked Gon and Killua, Gon immediately goes, I'm sorry, Killua, but no. And he goes, I'm so sorry, no, we're leaving. And Gon leaves right away, furiously mad at something. As Gon and Killua walk, and Killua was like, well, you heard my boss, gotta go. So they bounce, and seemingly everybody else joins, but the camera goes, asks the chick if she'll join, and then they pan away to a different scene, so you don't know if she joins or not. But I mean, my personal feeling is I don't trust these dudes. It's just when something sounds too good to be true, and then I'll get to more of my suspicions in a minute. And then, you know, as Gon and Killua are walking away, Killua asks Gon why he keeps apologizing, why he want to walk away. Again, Gon apologizes again. He goes, "I'm sorry, you're gonna have to live with that spell a little bit longer, because I'm still worried about you over the spell." And I forgot to mention, they were told what town the magic originates from, and that's where the guy who cast the spell on Killua went. And so I'm sure that's probably going to be one of their next destinations. But then he goes, "Listen, I'm sorry. The reason why we couldn't work with these guys, I don't like their attitudes on this game. This game was meant, I know it could be life or death and you risk your life here, but this game was meant to be enjoyed, and these people hate the game. And the way they're going about stealing people's cards, I don't like it." And he goes, "Well, what if you and I had a contest and, you know, you won the card for me?" "Oh, that's different." He goes, "Everybody's, you know," and he's like, "everybody's playing the game just in their own way." And so that put Gon a little more at ease. And then Gon thanks Killua for coming with him, that he owes him one, you know, and he's really happy that he's met him and he's his friend. And Killua goes, man, in his head, he goes, "You don't understand the reason why I'm here. It wasn't to find your dad. It was to come with you, man." And the fact that Killua now has a friend for the first time. And see, that's the one thing about these two boys. They were too powerful, you know? These are two ridiculously, retardedly strong kids, you know? And where Killua was purposely meant to not have any friends because he's an assassin, Gon really couldn't have. I mean, how could you be friends with Gon when that kid could act, you know, accidentally destroy, like punch through a tree or something, you know what I'm saying? Gon is strong, so these two kids working together has been pretty cool. Anyway, but at that moment we get that the chick is following and watches, and she goes, "Oh, isn't that great? Two young innocent boys and like bonding and friendship." And she goes, "Maybe I'll mess with them." So already this chick is devious, and she's gonna be, I think she's gonna be a blast messing with them. Alright, then we get the scene with, and I'm not sure if the order was right, but whatever. Then we get the scene with how to get rid of any tracer spells. You have to log out and go back in. And then they're like, "Well, when you log out, give us all your shit. And then when you come back, we'll give it back to you." And the one dude is like, who Gon and Killua talked the previous episode, the dude with like the puppet mouth. He's like, "Well, we can save it ourselves." I mean, I'm particularly sure that chick said that. But he goes, "Yeah, but if you're gone for longer than 30 days, your shit deletes." And he goes, "This is where we'll know." And already that raises red flags to me that they're just robbing these kids. So there's a lot of red flags with these people. Not to mention, I think in the credits it showed these guys looking pretty powerful and not so smart in the not so in the expressions of their faces. I have a feeling these guys are big villains, but that's my guess. Just based on the episode, I don't trust them. You know, I think it was a good thing Killua and Gon didn't join them. So that was the episode. I'm gonna give this episode. It was another setup episode. We got a lot more information. Wasn't really any action. But I enjoyed it. So again, a setup episode. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It was a good episode, solid episode. Again, I'm enjoying the arc, and I enjoyed the episode, even though nothing major has gone down yet. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot to mention. We did get 3 more members of the Phantom Troop. Did go into the game. So I believe that's 5 altogether. I could be wrong. I didn't. Because the 2 that entered in the previous episode. So the Phantom Troop is going to be a big part of this because there's a bunch of them running around. So that's cool for me. That also helped make the episode for me. But again, 3.5 out of 5. I can't wait for next week's episode. Green Island arc is it's been interesting so far, and I love the idea of it, you know, just coming off of Sword Art Online and Excel World. You know, this is my fix for now. It's a video game style, you know, anime right now because they're in a game. So and it plays some cards. So I do. I am getting my fix, which for this, so that's good. You know, I am getting my fix for that type of anime with Hunter x Hunter, which I'm enjoying so much, I must say. It reminds me of Dragon Ball, and I'm really enjoying it. So, click it up if you like it, comment if you must, subscribe if you can. This is Alert Wolf signing out.